Welcome to the studio, guys. We're reviewing these speakers by Amphion and recording with Dina Stars, and I'm very happy to talk about these Amphion studio monitors.
Ready?
Yeah.
These speakers were used on my favorite reference mixes, like bands like Incubus, Kendrick Lamar, and notice that the guys mixing those records are using these speakers. Build quality and design. The tweeters are 1-inch titanium, and we have these 5¼ inch woofers as well, and they make up the front of the speaker. On the rear also, they're what's known as passive radiators. So on the rear of the speaker, there's also these two kind of cones, which according to the literature, allow the speakers to be closer to the wall. Durability, solid. Frequency response is incredible. From lows, low mids, high mids, and highs, you have a great clarity, transient response. So like you really hear the snare, the slap of the snare. It's very nice. Masking, you can really hear masking issues, especially with like synthesizers, guitars. And if you're working with vocal heavy music, such as we have with Dina Stars, then you have a lead vocal and backing vocals. So with these studio monitors, you can really balance the mids perfectly. Stereo imaging, obviously very important. So using these, I find I like to mix in mono, but I do obviously pan, so things sound crisp and wide in the headphones. So the speakers really have an accurate stereo description, so you can balance backing vocals, guitars. When you compare this with lesser branded active monitors, you can really hear the difference when you A/B with these Amphions. They are very nice. Bass response is good, up to about 100 Hertz. I feel that with this model, I'm kind of missing the sub. Would like to get the sub version in there, but even without that, the frequency response is outstanding. But I would like to have, if I didn't have the sub, then I would need to have another pair of speakers with a sub or get the sub on this one. These speakers are passive speakers, which means they need external amplification, which again nowadays is a little bit different because a lot of the speakers come with built-in amplifiers, therefore they're active speakers. So these speakers have a separate amplifier. Don't know if you can see that back there. It's a beautiful amplifier. The nice thing, it doesn't make any sound, so I can keep it right in the studio and zero sound coming from it. So that's really important. Because I've found before using external amplifiers, you turn the amp on, and it's like generating noise, which is no good. This one's perfect. Setup, nice and easy. To the amp, a couple of line inputs and the speaker outputs. And now comparisons. Compared to budget speakers, budget active speakers, we compared with another pair of speakers, and the difference is night and day. Real world usage. We recorded here in the studio with Dina Stars. I've been working with the Skilltech audio engineering classes. We're working on punk music, sound design, recording with Dina, and the results are very nice. And lastly, price. At $4,000 US for the pair, they are not cheap. The amplifier, and if you can see that there, that's another $2,000. So these are not budget monitors. If you are serious about mixing, then they are for you. If you're maybe an enthusiast or hobbyist, maybe not so much. But if you want to be a serious mix engineer, Amphions are nice. And to conclude, if you want to compete in a mixing level with the likes of Dave Pensado, Bob Clearmountain, and you're really serious about mix engineering, these speakers are for you. I wouldn't say for production purposes, but for the mixing and mastering process, that high price tag, you get high quality, of course. So yeah, for serious mix engineers, definitely. Thank you to dr.head.ae for lending us these studio monitors. It's been really nice having them around. Thank you to Dina Stars for coming in to record and mix. Thank you to Divo Recording Studio. All of these people support Skill Tech Audio Engineering to deliver our students high quality live sound education.
You can seduce just like a fever, baby.